Aloha! Thank you for joining this small discussion. So, I wanted to bring up a topic today that I found really interesting and that I've been pondering on for the past maybe year now. And it's about what you wear when you're doing yoga. I have gone through a long journey in my life. There was a part of my life where I was much bigger and I was uncomfortable with myself and not very happy with my body. And I worked really hard to come back from that in all sorts of ways, but what I really focused on more was my psychological health and my emotional health and where I really wanted to go in my life. And my body followed along afterwards with that. But the topic I wanted to bring up was body image and what people wear when they do yoga, depending on their religion, their culture, their values, where they're from, social background. All of these things can affect how we view ourselves, what we wear, and what other people wear around us. However, yoga is part of an internal journey, and it shouldn't reflect so much on body image. It's more how you feel inside and your growth, your internal growth as an individual, but also when you're practicing with other people, it's as a community and exchange of energy. And sometimes people don't wear anything when they're doing yoga. There's naked yoga out there. There's people wear very loose clothing when they do yoga, or very tight clothing. They wear the bare minimum, or they wear extra clothing because it's cold. There's all sorts of factors. So what is it for you? Why are you wearing what you're wearing when you're doing yoga? And how do you feel about people just being themselves and doing what they need to do to be comfortable in their practice? Because in the end, that's what it's about. It's about feeling completely at ease to be able to practice. And I'll tell you one thing, not everybody knows about body parts and the names of everything. Sometimes yoga teachers and people who are showing something, they need to show parts of the body, literally. And it's easier to do that when you have less clothing or clothing that's tight, so that you can point out these areas. It's also for posture. And sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed, but in a lot of yoga studios, there's mirrors. Why do you think those mirrors are there? Well, it can be for mental reasons, emotional reasons, psychological reasons, and physical reasons. Physical reasons, sometimes you want to look at yourself in the mirror to see your positioning, your posture, and how your alignment is going through time, and how that feels with your body. So once you're in that position, how do you actually feel? And remembering that in order to practice, to improve your practice over time. But the other thing is, sometimes people need to empower themselves and gain confidence, self-confidence. And some of the methods to do that is to take the time to look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your eyes, look at your face, become familiar and comfortable with a different part of yourself again. And yoga mirrors, studios with mirrors, they bring that out sometimes in people who want to build that strength within themselves. And that's not a physical strength necessarily, it's more of an emotional strength, a soulful strength, a spiritual strength. And so these are some reasons why sometimes you want to look in the mirror and you want to see the physical aspect of things. But again, the other part is not concentrating on looks, but feeling, but rather concentrating on how you feel in your body without looking in the mirror. Having that memory, that self-memory of how your body works and trusting it. So a lot of the times it's really not about how you look or what you're wearing. It's about what you're doing with yourself and how you feel. So what really does it matter what other people wear or don't wear? And honestly, you have to ask yourself the question, wouldn't you want not only yourself but everyone else to feel comfortable in their journey? I'd like to hear more about your opinions. If you'd like to comment or give your ideas, feel free to do so in the thread below, in the public comments. And thank you so much for joining me in this little discussion, and I hope to hear your ideas. So I'll see you soon on the mat. Aloha.